name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Dear Lord Jesus, Heavenly Father, please seal my soul. Shield me, guide me, protect me in love and light. I rebuke all evil entities and banish them back to their source, body and blood. Amen. Thank you. I am with Marge Yerkinen, and I'm looking for her mom. Margaret Cornelius, are you here? I saw her wearing a dress. It's like a comfy dress. She's in the kitchen. She was bent over, and she's kind of like looks over to smile at you. I'm just in her kitchen. I don't know if there's like a center island. It doesn't have to be, but it's like really, really low, like a lot of counter space. And I'm like looking out her kitchen window. Margaret. I just saw what looked like a Cocker Spaniel. It was a smaller dog. I want to say it's multicolored. It was like light versus dark. And it was like very low to the ground. It was like running through. Floppy ears. That was like what stood out the most. I also see like this looks like really old tile to me, like in the kitchen. Like I want to say it was more like linoleum. Almost had like a little design on like each of the tiles.
Yeah.
Like I see that very clearly, like as the dog's running past it. It could be just like two different timelines overlapping, but I'm very specifically looking at that linoleum right now.
Yeah, it used to be years ago.
Okay, we're gonna see what she's got to say. Margaret Cornelius, is there a message that you'd like to give to your daughter Marge? She was cheer up, Buttercup. She's talking about you being down. She's like, why are you so down? Why is it such a drear? She's like, come on. She already knows. It's like kind of like a jab, like a playful poking at you. She says, I know you better than anyone else. I understand that if you sit in something too long, that it's going to aggravate you. It's going to frustrate you. And eventually it's going to trickle down on everybody around you. She's like, you are way past that threshold. I don't even know how you're holding on to everything you've been holding on to up to this point. She goes, but on the flip side, you're also the kind of person that dreads change. Go further, Mom. She goes, she knows the song and dance. She's not going to like to hear what I have to say. It's like a scoot along type thing. Like, come on, you can do it. Go, can you be more specific? She started off by saying, only time will tell if you are cut out to do, if you're cut out to do the things that you continue to do that really aren't for you. She's telling me that you've had a lot of different opportunities pass you by that have been around you. She says, I'm the phone. Because you are very picky. That you're wanting to jump to like a final destination instead of doing little stepping stones. So how the saying goes is, you know, sometimes taking a step back is actually going to launch you to a few steps forward. She says if it's the fear of being financially unstable is what keeps you stuck. She goes, but when you weigh it out, what's worse, being emotionally unstable and miserable or being short-term financially unstable? She says sometimes the universe just wants to see you make a small move. It's to trust in the universe. If you could trust in the universe and take this little, she's going, sacrifice of like a financial cut, that you're always going to get what you need and the blessings will upgrade and continue to pour in for you. But you have to shift and show that you really want the change, and the change will be there for you. She says, you'll never go without. I really feel like she said, I'll never let you go without. Or I've never let you go without. She said, all. What is it with her and cooking? Did she like to cook?
She was always in the kitchen.
Okay, because like she turns around and she's got like something on like a cookie sheet, like it's steaming. I can't see what it is, but it's like she's, but the energy she's giving off, it feels like a very home mom energy. Like she's trying to what she's bringing to me to give to you is like a very warm, motherly, endearing energy. Like the energy where you feel like it's okay, it's good, it's all okay, it's gonna be fine. Like mom is here. Is what she's bringing forward right now. Let me see if there's anything else that she wants to say before I move on to Herbert. Margaret, is there anything else that you want to say or show me for your daughter before you move on? She goes, don't listen to him. He doesn't know half the shit that he's saying. Sometimes you have to take matters into your own hands. Do not let anyone hold you back. You're a free woman and you can do anything that you want to do. She kind of said it like that. That was cute. Okay. She says sometimes you gotta make that choice. Sometimes you have to jump. She goes, he ain't going anywhere. She's like, you'll hear him bitch for a week or a month. She's like, it's gonna be okay. That's why she goes full circle, suck it up, buttercup. That's like something you would be saying to him if you made the choice to do whatever it is that you're gonna do. That's funny. Okay. Thank you, Margaret. Herbert Cornelius. Is he had the facial hair?
He used to shave. He didn't really have like, I mean, maybe he does now.
Or any of your brothers that had it, like it seemed.
Yeah.
Which one has?
Herbie did. And David.
Okay, so I wasn't specific, so maybe it's Herbie that stepped forward. Hold on, let me see. Because Herbie is Herbert too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Herbie. Did he have? I see jeans. I see white socks, like the thick white socks. He come forward, so we're gonna talk to him right now. Okay. That's cool. I saw him like in a recliner, or like just like his feet up, like chilling on the couch, or like a recliner or something. Just like because I saw his legs stretched out with the jeans, and I saw the white socks. Open living room. It looked very quaint but open at the same time. Okay, Herbie. Is there a message that you would like to give to Marge? He said just let her know it's all gonna be okay. Let her know that she hasn't changed a damn bit. He says he goes, tell me how, he's cracking a joke warning. Tell me how your back feels. Because all you do is bend over for others. He's trying to make you laugh, but he knows that he goes, this is not going to be funny to her, but he's like deliberate. He said, but seriously, he does want better for you. He wants the best for you. He says it actually pains him just to watch you get up every day. Like he says, it's a forcing energy that you force yourself to get up and go and do the things that you don't want to do. And it's like you already set the pace because you know that this isn't where you want to be or where you should be. So then where should you be? Okay, I don't believe that you have anything around here like this yet. Maybe you do and you haven't discovered it yet. It's a non-chain restaurant, and it feels like they specialize in soup or some kind of soup. It's like a handcrafted, homemade, or like I don't want to say mom and pops, but it kind of is. But it's like more, it's more higher scale than like what like a cheap mom and pops would be. But there's like something about soup in regards of like this space, this place. Now it's like even more weird. Well, you have options, because the other one, I was being biased because I know that you wanted to do the pet store before, but I did see a huge parrot flapping its wings when I asked what should she be doing. So he's saying at this point in your life, why be miserable when you can be happy? He says if the worry is about money, he says any money is better than no money. But he says, but misery is such a huge debt that can never really be paid, because once the day is gone, once the time is gone, you cannot get that back. He says that actually the misery will, if it's not already, he says your throat's messed up, take a huge toll on your body, on your health. This ties in eventually down the line. I feel like he's speaking about thyroid issues, and this ties in with hormones. You think about cortisol and stress hormones and just doing the things that you don't want to do, that kind of misery that he's talking about. He goes, being dedicated to misery is nothing but a glutton of punishment. This is what he just said. Over time, he goes, it's going to affect your ticker, too. That's a cute word, ticker. Your heart. That's cute. I'm sorry. It is. So your blood, have you noticed if your blood pressure is wacky? Do you ever get headaches really bad? Or like feel your heart like pumping? Like actually like feel it?
Not lately.
Okay, if it's not happening now, then this is like a warning that you need to do something, some kind of shift, or this is gonna be a physical ailment that you're gonna be facing. He says you're way too old and you experience way too much life to not take the high road and be happy. He says whatever is holding. He goes, yeah, I'm your brother. He just like had to throw that in. He goes, whatever is holding you back. He says whatever is holding you back from making choices, from being happy. He says you need to reevaluate because it's making everybody miserable. So it's not. He's talking about like delayed gratification, like what it's going to be in the long run. Like you might stir up some shit now, but it's ultimately going to be a ripple effect of happiness for everybody, like your husband, new coworkers, friends, family, whatever it is, like in your circle. It's everything will be better down the line. He's saying too, I guarantee you everybody's going to talk about the same thing, but they're all going to be talking about like how money doesn't matter right now. Your needs will be met. Everything's going to be okay. If this is supposed to be about partnership, then partnership should understand what it takes to be a partner. If it's not working out for you, then that's where the partnership comes in. Like, okay, well, what can we do? What can we do to fortify and make you happy, to alleviate this stress this burden that you have to deal with every single day? They're all basically gearing you towards that. I don't know if he is your biggest issue right now in regards of making a choice to go do something different. They're basically saying anything would be better at this point than in doing for work than what you're doing right now. He says that he said, and your mom, it's damn near killing you. I'm just off the phone. Just the phone. Herbie, can you give me anything positive? Are you losing weight or like there's some kind of physical? He says your body looks good.
Yeah. No, I did. I lost like 25 pounds.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
He's like, you looking good. I think because you slim or slick or something like that. He said, keep up the good work. This almost feels like an intermittent fasting. I can't say it. Like a fasting thing. Or like you'll cut out a food and bring it back slow. Bring it back slow. He sees you. He sees you. He's watching you. Oh, I love that. He's like, it's okay to have pizza every now and then. He goes, aw. Let me see if there's anything else he wants to say, and then I'm going to thank him and ask him to step back. Herbie, thank you. Is there anything else that you want to say? He said, go get him. You know what to do. And then he's mocking you. He goes, yeah, it's that easy. And then he goes, yeah, it is that easy. It's like taking words out of your mouth for you. Brotherly love. Okay, let's see. Let's try Dad. Herbert, Cornelius, father, senior, father. Okay, I see an old man with like next to no hair. Very, very fine little hair.
Yeah, he had hair. Maybe he doesn't have hair now, though.
Well, it doesn't really work that way, so I don't know if this is, let me see. I'm going to ask him to show me something. Herbert. I heard the word races.
Races?
Like a race?
Yeah.
If not, I'll ask for one more thing. This is it. Okay. So I see stuffing, like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Stuffing is like his favorite. It feels like it's his favorite, or like he was grabbing stuffing.
Yeah, he liked Thanksgiving.
It was very specific about stuffing. Like, that was like, give me that bowl. Like, right in front. Let's see what he's got to say. He's like, all holidays with food are great. That's sweet. His energy feels soft to me. Like, out of the two, I would say that your mother's, I mean, they both seem soft, but like your mother would seem more prominent or more straightforward between your mom and your dad. Like, your dad seemed a little bit softer energetically.
Yeah.
Herbert Cornelius, Dad, do you have a message that you'd like to give to your daughter? Let her know that she is everyone's saving grace, that she's been their saving grace for quite some time. And now she needs saving grace. There's always time for you to step back. Honey, this is going to be redundant, I'm telling you. He goes, seriously, kiddo, how many times have you stepped up to the plate? Have you gone above and beyond? And it's not even that you're asked. He goes, yes, you're asked to go above and beyond. He goes, but put that aside for a second. How many times have you gone above and beyond just so that you were to set yourself up for success or an attempt to have success because you knew how much of a flop it was going to be? The little things that you do, just the little things that you do throughout your day to get you ready for the next day. He goes, it's like a one-man band. He goes, to be honest, the song's played out. Expiration. Maybe he'll have, okay, so what do you suggest that she does? Besides get another job, be more specific. Is there a target, like 10 minutes or maybe a little more around you?
Yeah.
You're probably not going to work there, but he's talking about more pay and easier. He specifically said target. It's about 10 minutes out.
Yeah.
With more pay.
10 Yeah.
He's making that suggestion to you. I do see you happy in red, though. Like, I see you wearing red, and you actually look happy. Like, you're smiling at customers, like cashing them out, and like your job is so much easier. It's not even caring about what you're doing. It's that it's more like a lackadaisical, stress-free environment.
Yeah.
And to be honest, down here, I don't know what it's like up there, but down here, rich people shop at Target, poor people shop at Walmart. Like, so it's like you get a better crowd of people at Target. He goes, the Ritz. Oh my God. That's so cute. He's like, Marriott to Ritz. That's so funny. Herbert, what else would you like to say to your daughter? He goes, I just want to see you happy. He goes, you can't put a title on happiness. He goes, happiness is a state of being. He says, you've been so unhappy for so long. He goes, you're always trying to prove yourself to other people, to try to jump ahead. He goes, if you were to prove yourself to yourself, you would already be ahead, and you wouldn't be looking back. He says, don't forget the people that try to drag you down are already beneath you. I like that. You use that. The people that are trying to drag you down are beneath you.
Yeah.
The only one that matters is you. He goes, I know you got what it takes because I know you got a lot of heart. I know you've gotten yourself out of tough situations before. This should be a cakewalk. He says, you literally are the only one who's keeping yourself stuck. He says, everything that you do from here on out, you need to just start looking at it as a temporary situation. If you want to finalize it and make it permanent, its permanency will do you so much more well than what the situation is that you've been living. I like the way he talks. I like the way his vocabulary flows. Herbert, is there anything else that you would like to say to your daughter? He says he'd rather find you in peace than find you in pieces.
Wow.
That's pretty deep. I feel like I'm gonna cry. He'd rather find you in peace than find you in pieces. He says you're just shy of like an explosion. Like, you're very close to having a meltdown, but it's not gonna be a meltdown. It's gonna be a blow up. Like, blow it up. letting everybody know how you feel about them kind of day. He says, don't let the icing hit the cake. I love his one-liners. He's so cute. Oh my god. Okay. Let me thank him. Okay. I am with Marge Yerkinen. I'm looking for David Cornelius. He has a very sharp, piercing look. Like, focused. When he just showed up, like, just like a very serious, like, eyes are open, like, laser look to him. He's putting holes in my aura. No, I'm kidding. Let me see. Hi, David. David Cornelius. Can you show me something? Was he known to wear a belt?
Yeah.
I see. It was like the separation of him and Herbie was he's got a belt. Because I saw them both wearing jeans.
With a belt buckle, yeah.
Out of anything that he could pick. That's okay. I like that. Thank you, David. To be honest, when it first come through, it looked like a chocolate bar. When I was like, then it like turned into a belt. I'm like, okay, this is what I see. Tennis shoes. I see him wearing tennis shoes too. I see mail. I see like envelopes, papers, like lots of papers. So I don't know if he had like business towards the end of his life or if he was known to collect bills or papers or envelopes or something to do with mails or documentations. I'm seeing papers. I mean, unless this is you, if you've got all kinds of papers or envelopes or things stacked up. Okay. David Cornelius, is there a message that you'd like to give to your sister? He goes, I'm not going to be the one ranting, bitch, and rave. He says, I'm going to commend you for how far you've come. He goes, I see you. I see the things that you're doing behind the scenes. He goes, I'm not going to talk about your job. He goes, you already know about your job. Why would I want to give you more information about that? He says, I'm here to stand up and clap for you and let you know that you've come so far in regards of doing things that you want to do, like at home. Your creative side. Finding your de-stressors. Finding things to entertain yourself. Finding ways to explore. He's talking about your products, how they're healing you, whether you realize it or not. He says that's actually your safe space. That doing those things, he says you need to not focus on if they're selling or not. He says you need to focus on enjoying them and that you're actually creating, because that, he's like, I don't want to use the word energy. He's like calling it woo-woo. He's like energy. He goes, the thing that you're doing is doing something, which now I'm going to equate it. You're shifting energy by creating the products that you're creating. So and again, this actually goes, he said yes, this goes in full circle where the rest of your family is addressing the situation, how you feel about money and the relationship you have with money. And because you don't like your job, right? So you don't like your job, but you're worried about money. You like making product, but then you taint it, per se, by getting frustrated if nobody's going to buy it. He's saying, don't even go in the hopes that someone's going to buy it. Just stay focused on that. You're loving what you're doing and it's working. Like, you're seeing beautiful results. You're seeing real results from the things that you're creating. He says you need to what? Drop the disappointment. Any disappointment that you've ever obtained or gained from creating those products. He says that you need to smile, be proud, and be happy that you're actually creating these things, because it's things that you might have thought that you could have never done, and then you went to saying, no, I can do it, and doing all your research and pouring all of your heart and all of your energy into it. He says, let this be your happiness. Let this be something that works for you the way that it is actually working for you. And whether he's like so against talking about energy. He's like, whether you want to see it or not, you have magic running through your fingertips. Which is true. Like, we put our energy through our hands. So you are alchemizing yourself through your product. You don't need to light a candle. You don't need your Reiki master. Like, your energy is potent enough and strong enough, your willpower, that you are actually creating a shift through what you're making. So I'm agree with him. Don't taint it with whatever letdown you think that you're having.
No, I just enjoy him now. I don't even like push it for sale or anything.
He's saying don't. He said don't not be proud of yourself. He said and don't stop doing it. He says there's like 2 to 5 other things that you're thinking about making or wanting to invest in or like, you know, get into. Yeah, he's saying go for it. He's saying do it. There's that. He said go for it. He goes, guess what everybody's getting for Christmas? Oh, he goes, hey, you want to talk about saving money? He goes, get them all a basket of all. Oh, I would do that. Make up some product and gift it for Christmas.
Yeah.
If
I
you're
actually
doing
said,
this.
I'm like, guess what everybody's getting for Christmas?
I would.
That's what I said. That's funny.
Well, there you go. Do it. You got confirmation on the other side, okay? That's brilliant. David, I liked his energy. I mean, I like all your family, but I like his switch up. That was refreshing. David, is there... He just whipped a snowball at you. I went to go ask him if there's anything else he wants to say. He goes, think fast. This is younger years. Like, this is like you guys being, you know, young and playful. That's fun. He got an arm on him. It startled me. I didn't jump that hard, but in my head I did. Okay, David, for real, is there anything else that you'd like to say to your sister? You can do anything that you want to do, and he's commending you for everything that you've done so far. He says, don't forget. He goes, these days might not be bright, but don't forget the darker days you've already had. He says, if that doesn't say enough of who you are and how strong you are and the things that you've already been through, he says, you can do anything you want. He says, don't lose that part of you. And if you feel like you've lost it, call it back in. He's like, dig it up, get it out, wash it off, put it back on. He says, disappointment should only be temporary as long as you're growing. He says, you can do this. He's like, enough. Like, he doesn't want to be. He didn't want to get emotional. He's like, all right, I'm done here. That was cute. Thank you, David. Kenny. Save the best for last. Let's see. I am with Marge here, Kenan, and I'm looking for her brother, Kenny Cornelius. I don't really know if I feel like he is the youngest, but his energy feels the youngest to me.
Yeah, he's one of the middle ones.
Okay. He feels like I don't even know if playful is the word that I want to use.
More like
Unprofessional? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he was like that.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, kind of like me, but less playful, if you will.
Yeah.
When it comes to manners and having couth. Kenny, can you show me something that your sister would understand? I see locks and keys. Like, all these keys are just flashing by, and it's like locks. Like, some are going in and some are missing. Some are going... I see him, like, holding up a bunch of different keys. Like, he's trying to figure out, like, where they're going into. Like, where the keys are going. Why are you showing me this? He goes, I'm bad at keys. So I don't know if that's forgetting keys, losing keys, or just not even getting it in the hole. I don't know. I don't know if you had to, like, bail him out and, like, bring him a key or something one time. If you can't remember, it's okay. He's kind of stuck on the keys right now. Let's move forward, okay? I see flannel on him. It almost seems like it's the inside of a jacket. But, like, I can see, seemed like a brown jacket on the outside. And it flashed over to blue, but it was like there's, like, a flannel lining.
Yeah.
Not sure if, like, God, everybody's showing me coldness. I understand you're in Pennsylvania, but it's like everybody that come through, except for your mom, I see, like, coldness outside. You know, like those black winter hats, just the simple, cheap ones, like is it a beanie? I don't know.
Yeah, beanie.
I saw, like, one of those on him really quick, like the air blowing out. Did he smoke?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm seeing smoke coming out because it's like I see outside, I see him cold with like a black hat on, and how breath or smoke would be coming out, but there was a lot more. Kenny Cornelius, is there a message that you would like to give to your sister? He goes, we're all in the family now. Just like he's like the best for last. Now he seems to be more like jokester. Kenny, what's your message for Marge? It's repetitive. He's saying you were designed to do big things. You were designed to do great things. You could do anything. He goes, now stop mind manipulating yourself. It's like a brainwashing energy that you are cutting yourself up so bad that you just think it's like lack of self-worth. Or if it's not that, then it's like you are so much worthy of more, that why aren't you doing it? He's saying the same thing that they're all saying, like happiness. He's also saying that if you dread the holidays so much, then don't participate. And he says it just like that.
He loved the holidays, that's why.
He what?
He loved the holidays.
Ah, okay. So you guys are like opposite when it comes to...
Oh, I like them. I don't know.
He's calling you a drag. Like,
Oh, that's nice.
this year, now. What? Why are you saying that? Again, because you could be so much more happy. He goes, Dad wasn't wrong there. Okay, so you've got another one encouraging you. Even if it's not Target. Anything. Just anything at this point. He's saying, do not be afraid of change. He says, change before change changes you. Your family is very poetic. I like it, though. It's very... It feels intelligent when they talk like that. He's showing me candy, like sweets, like all kinds of candies and all kinds of sweets. It's like holiday stuff, like just like he's very excited about that. I just saw a quick flash of the Grinch. He's just showing me images. He's being playful. That's what I mean when he feels young. Like he feels like the younger energy, like the more carefree.
Yeah.
That's how he's like trying to push. He's trying to push his energy on you. Like, be more carefree. Be more lighthearted. He goes, what would you do if you walked into work and just didn't give a shit? He goes, what would you...
I'm already there.
He goes, but do you really think that you could let it fall apart? There's something in you that can't. You can't do it. He goes, you can't do it. And he goes, one of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to find another job, he says, or what your dad said, the part where the explosion happens, is because you're actually gonna not do anything and you're just gonna be like, whatever, we don't have it, we don't have this today, and we don't have that today, and I'm sorry, we don't have this part today. And then your boss is gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? And you're gonna be like, well, I don't know. Some slick count, and it's just... He says why put yourself through that? You don't have to put yourself through that. He said the clock is ticking there. That moment will be coming soon. I would say in the next 4 to 8 weeks, that could happen. Now, energy is loose, and it's free will, so you could avoid that by being mindful. Now, I'm not going to let that happen, okay? But if you continue on this path with the mindset and the mentality, it's going to happen. And he's saying you already don't like changes. Well, I know you really won't like a forced change. He said, shit or get off the pot. That's cute. Let me see if there's anything else that he wants to say. He's begging you to, he said he's begging you to make that shift, make that change. He says you'll be so much happier. He says you have all the love and all the support on the other side. He says we can only do so much for you. All you have to do is step. All you have to do is take that jump. He says you'll be supported. He said integration is key. It will happen immediately. This feels like bouncing back in how many days? Like bouncing back in like 3 days. Like whatever it is you're afraid of. If it's your man being like, it's by day 3 it's gone. It's done. Like it's not a blip on the radar. So or whatever else it is. If it's you, you'll be coming out of it and like say that you get a new job. By day 3, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I'm so happy I did this! Holy shit!" How he's portraying it. He didn't say "holy shit" though. That was me. He says, "Don't burn the cookies this year." There's a warning if you do make cookies.
I do plan on making. I never burn my cookies.
It's a warning. Something could happen. The phone rings. I don't. Who knows? Like just.
I can't burn the cookies of Mom's.
Your face is so cute. Oh, I love you. Let me thank him. He showed me a Hershey kiss. Like he put one Hershey kiss out for you.
Aw.
Kenny, thank you so much. You may go. Then they showed me the little, you know, the hot chocolate packets that have the marshmallows in them, like the dehydrated. Like he just like poured some and was like making you a hot chocolate and just sliding it to you. He giving you the sweets. That's right. He was the one who called in the sweets.